They don't look like dentist hands.
Not anymore. Oh, hey. What happened, Mare? 3, 2, 1. Here we are.
Why do your hands look like that, John?
Yeah, they're getting old, Marilyn.
They didn't look like that when you were working.
No, they didn't. I guess because they were in gloves all the time, too. So maybe that made a difference. I don't know. Let's see. What's going on? Okay, that's what's going on. So, hey, here we are. 3, 2, 1.
Say hey if you come on, because John's going to be the...
I'm gonna read some comments for a little bit at first while... hey, Candy, good to see you.
Well,
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Well, I'm just chilling out, catching my breath.
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. And good to see you, Candy. I forgot to say that. Good to see you. As it always is.
Yeah.
So.
You can't go wrong with candy on Valentine's Day.
No, not at all.
Hey, John, you're supposed to do the introduction.
Yeah, that's right. Hi, Jean. Good. No, it's not Jean. Hi, Joanne. Good to see you. Hi, Lenora. Good to see you. From the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Wow, how about that?
Oh, boy.
That's exciting.
I've never been there.
No, neither have I.
Sounds like where we want to go today. How warm is it in Mississippi on the Gulf Coast?
Yeah, I wonder.
Is that warm when it's on the coast?
I guess. I don't know. I guess, Lenora, you can tell us how warm it is. Here it's 38, but we're having wind gusts of 13 miles an hour up to 23, and it feels like 28. So
and we're on the
it's
wood.
cold.
That's
hey,
for in town.
Hey, Camille, good to see you. She said she loves green.
Uh-oh.
You read it. So, hey, anyway, it's, can I do it like Marilyn? I don't know. It's Marilyn and John.
You're supposed
done
to say
by
John,
me.
John and Marilyn, because you're the one.
Oh, no, ladies first.
Okay.
Coming to you live from Magnolia Hall. Marilyn said do it twice. So it's Marilyn and John from Done By Me, coming to you live from Magnolia Hall. Hey, we're in the basement, which the part of the basement we call the tavern. So I lost some comments. Let me check them out. But hey, I got a friend over my shoulder there,
And
Mary.
we're still trying to figure out. They say there used to be a tunnel coming out of down here, and it was part of the Underground Railroad, and we've met people that said they went in the tunnel, but we're not exactly sure. We're always thinking about it when we're down here.
Hi, Ada. Good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Lenora says it's hazy and chilly today. It's not a real pretty day.
Oh.
That's a shame. I mean, we have beautiful sunshine.
Chilly? Oh, it's only 81. It's all in perspective. Oh, it's chilly here. It's only 81.
Okay, Candy says, wow, you're the one. I don't know. She's sending me green stuff, too.
Uh-oh. Hey, Candy, you of all people know why we hate green.
Do we hate green?
Yeah, well, Candy and I, growing up, we hated green.
I know, but do we hate it now?
I don't know, do we?
I don't know. I like it. Oh, Camille says it's 20 and overcast. Wow.
Oh, geez.
That's cold.
Yeah.
That's colder than
here.
us.
Yeah. We get the wind off the river.
But hey, so Mare,
So we have
we're talking about green, and I guess what's some of that green? What today is green going on? Hi, Linda. Good to see you.
Well, I didn't brush my teeth, so they're green. And we're having peas for dinner, so they're green.
Oh, boy.
Let's see, what else is green? Wait a minute. Whoa! E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles.
Eagles.
Guess what's green today? All of Philadelphia. So when we look out from our window...
Linda says she likes green, and she likes my green plaid.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice you had on a green shirt.
Candy says it's 24 balmy degrees in Iowa, and yesterday was 6. Yeah, I don't know how you deal with that. That's cold, man.
So apparently...
Hi, Carrie. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Hi, everybody. I'm here.
Camille says the zucchini plant is green.
Yep.
Oh, it's 65. Lenore says it's 65.
Yeah.
Hey, we would love 65.
That a heat wave. Now it would be a heat wave. A balmy 65.
Balmy 65. Well, we're supposed to get up to 59 on Sunday.
Yeah, the weather's crazy.
Yes.
So today they're celebrating the Eagles' win in Philadelphia. If you turn on TV around here, that's all you hear. News flash, news flash, news flash. No cars can go into the city. The Philadelphia Art Museum steps, which you recognize from the Rocky movies, are all decorated. There's all kinds of stuff. There's busloads going through in a parade, and the schools in South Jersey, where we live, the area of South Jersey, we're the suburbs of Philadelphia, and the schools in the Philadelphia area in Pennsylvania are all closed today, and I would suspect any office downtown where people work would be closed. They're having a parade, and how many people, 1,000 on each train load or something?
Oh, I don't remember.
They were only running so many trains into the city from all the different areas, and you had to buy your ticket ahead of time. You can't buy a ticket today, and they have it all processed that only so many people can get on at each stop, and some people went into Philadelphia last night and camped out for the parade. We've got a very, very hardy bunch of people and very enthusiastic. So there is some negativity, which you probably saw in the news, because some people lose perspective of reality. They're so enthusiastic. But there's a lot going on in Philadelphia, and of course everything is green. And I know some of the winter, they die for St. Patrick's Day, but I don't know whether they'll die anything today for the Eagles.
Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. She says no sunshine for her, but warm wishes keep her happy.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Warm wishes to you. So it's pretty crazy in Philadelphia, and they said have a plan for getting home if you go in there. No cars are in the city. All the restaurants are going to have issues because people plan their Valentine dinners at very exclusive restaurants, and I don't know how that'll work out because there's no way that you're going to get into a restaurant or to the theater or any of the typical things that would happen.
Hi, Senna. Good to see you.
On Valentine's Day. Yeah. So, what
warm
are your
wishes
thoughts?
back to you. I don't know. They said they were figuring it out. We don't. You know, hey, it's awesome. The Eagles won the Super Bowl because that's very exciting. But they'll figure it out. You know,
We're not football fans, so we don't.
Yeah,
really
we're not diehard fans, but it's great they won. You know, it's a beautiful thing.
Very exciting for a lot of people.
Absolutely, and they're down there having fun. So hopefully they all stay safe and don't get too carried away.
Yeah, just say a little prayer, guys, that they're all doing okay. They say the cell service, the cell phones may not work because the amount of people.
Yeah, they projected 1 million people, so I don't.
You think about New Year's Eve when people go to Times Square, people wear adult diapers and all for those crowds.
Yeah.
It's just out of our realm of thinking. And when you're younger, you're more daring, don't
Yes,
you think?
you are. Yeah, too crazy for us.
Too crazy for old people. And one big parade they had was, we talked about that Armistice Day in 1918, and that was a bit crazy. So we just pray for the best.
Absolutely.
Okay, John.
Okay, Mayor, what else is going on?
Should I do this now, or
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So everybody knows how corny I am. We actually sometimes plan ahead on what we're going to say. So we actually know how corny I am, and I use really corny words. And when I was teaching, I found that I would use all these corny words, and the students, all of a sudden, you would hear them use those same words. And that's such a term of endearment. And people would laugh. I call it a little scrubby thing, these little Oh, the skeleton.
Shannon wants to know who the bony friend is behind me.
Yeah. But
he's just hanging around.
yeah, we don't. Some of the Halloween decorations we just leave up down here because it just makes it fun.
Yeah, he's fitting.
When the one guy came in to do something down here, a workman, and the basement, you cannot have access from the house. It's a separate access into the basement. And the guy came down here to work, and he was very, very, very nervous. And he insisted on propping the door open with his toolbox. He was afraid he would get stuck down here somehow. And
yes, it does keep me company, Senna.
yeah, and everybody has comments that come down, and surprisingly, all the workmen always say such nice things, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It is amazing. I mean, it looks cool when you see it, but when it's here in person, it's just really amazing.
It's like going back in time.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And that's where we got the stories from a couple of people that are now like in their 50s and 60s and 70s, and they said, oh, we were down in this basement when I was a kid, and we used to go into the tunnel, and we just can't exactly pinpoint where that tunnel was that was part of the Underground Railroad.
No.
But it's just an interesting thought, and we were able to document it and all that it was part of the railroad. So it just, when you come down, you think of things. And when there's been some very bad storms and around here, and because we're on the water and there's so many trees around us, the storms hit much harder. And so this is our go-to place.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we've been down here a couple times for tornado warnings.
Tornado warnings. We bring the dogs down. We huddle down here.
Yeah, it is cool, Lenora. You would love it.
Yeah, you either love it or hate it. Either it's just not your thing or you love it. But it's neat to hear people, when they come down, they're like, wow, this is so cool. And friends of ours were astonished when they first came out. But what I was going to say, I use a lot of corny expressions, and I always tell you, and I did an ode to my grandmother, and I mention it a million times, my granny was my best friend. And I learned a lot from her, and a lot of my vocabulary comes from her. And I just like the fun of words, the game of words. And so you'll hear me use some funny words that typically you don't hear.
Thanks, Carrie.
And then when I was teaching, I like to use those words I was telling you. The kids started using the things I had, use the words I had. And somebody near and dear to me studied filmmaking, and my friend Rich and I always refer to the short little films that were made and we saw as snippets. That's the correct word for a short little film.
Hi, Linda Farmer. Good to see you.
And my mother always used that word for when my dad was out of town. She would wrap up the leftover food in little foil packets, and she would fill the pan, the iron skillet that I use, with water and get it hot and put these little packets in. And then she would tell us, pick from this section one vegetable, and pick from this section one meat, because we all would want all the same things. Somehow, one of my siblings could always know how to spot the good stuff, and I would usually get something I didn't care for. But my mom called that a snippet night. So when I was going to do the short little video or little film for the one time, I called it a snippet, because that's what it was, a short little video. And it took off a little more than I thought. And I noticed that there's some very talented crafters that call little bits of fabric sewed together as snippets. And so to avoid confusion, and since we decided we're going to continue with these short little
Hi, Sharon.
videos,
Good to see you.
these short little videos, and to avoid confusion and all that, we're going to change the name to something fun. And I can't wait to share it with you, and you guys, it'll be a surprise. And I went through some stuff with my friend Rich because he's so good with vocabulary. And we came up with a name like tapas. If you're not familiar with TAPAS, it's when you go to a restaurant and you order a bunch of little things instead of a big entree. You order like several appetizers or something. And it's a Spanish word, and it means little bits of food. But that's not the name I chose, so the name will be coming out. And then, because somebody again today said, well, what's a green snippet? And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to change it, and it'll be really fun, and it'll be something that I haven't heard yet. And so we have that to look forward to. So I'm glad you guys are on the journey, and I can't wait to share what we're going to be calling the things. And make sure you check the spelling, because I'm always play on words, like done by me is D-U-N-N instead of D-O-N-E. And this is the same kind of thing, and I think you'll take a minute and look at the spelling of the word when you see it.
Senna says it's exciting.
Yep, it's fun. It's always fun, and all day I've been working, well, not all day. I work for 15 minutes and then rest for 15 minutes or an hour. But I'm still working on the room, and I'm proud of myself. I got rid of a Gomer pile, so there is light at the end of the tunnel at this point. So, John, what is a green snippet?
Senna says, you go, girl.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, okay, we have a little fun project, I'll call it. Marilyn's, it's just interesting. It was obviously Marilyn's idea, and I'm going to pass the reading over to her now. So there you go, Mar. And it's something that's it'll be fun to see, but it's also practical. You'll be able to use it, and I think that's pretty cool. So back in the day, before there was electricity, there was all kinds of ways to have light
the night
in the dark of the night skies. But and I'm sure we all know the different ways. I won't go through them, but one of the ways was with a kerosene lamp. Is that what it's called? And I don't know what particular timeline that would have been in. I didn't Google that, so I can't tell you that. So, but we have a number of them around. Claudia's on.
Yeah, hi Claudia. I'm forgetting that I'm a reader. I'm just sitting here watching John.
We have a number of them. I think I need to have it to be here. I can't
And
tell.
then there's some over there, John. Look on those shelves. There's some metal ones. They can be glass or they can be metal.
Yeah, we have Marilyn. You know, Marilyn says once you have one, you are obligated to get another, and then when you have two, you started your collection. So we have a number of these displayed around the house, and I think if the last reel I made, the Valentine's reel, you see one of them that has red buttons in it, and anyway, it's cool. We really like them. But
I got my first one when I was in college, and I actually put oil on it and used that.
Oh wow!
On my
so that's cool.
Kitchen table. That's how I ate. Instead of by candlelight, I ate by kerosene light.
That's fun.
And when my friends came, they were very fascinated with that.
So, of course, the title refers to the fact that this one is green.
Yeah.
I think it's the only green one we have, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm kind of thinking, but I could be wrong because... anyway, so we found this and tucked away, and as Marilyn tells you, we're trying to get organized, so we had these lamps all over the place. So now we're consolidating all our stuff. And
if we're not using them.
And we found this one. I don't remember where, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, Marilyn said, hey, I mean, we would love to put kerosene in them and burn them and really live back in the day, but you know, with the old house, it's too dangerous. We're not going to go down that road. But wouldn't it be cool to still utilize the kerosene lamp and not?
Claudia says she has 12 red ones.
Oh wow, that's fun.
Wait, now I'm going to have to look, Claudia. I only have 2 red ones. And I forgot I even had them until I went upstairs and I saw them on a windowsill.
But Marilyn said,
The
hey,
red ones are beautiful.
wouldn't it be fun to be able to utilize these? So she said, I remember back in the day that they had some kind of kit. So I talked to the guy at my...
We have a couple that are electrified. I use.
Oh, all right. I talked to my guy at the hardware store, and he put on his thinking cap, and I brought one down to have him check it out. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, and it's not a big deal. It's pretty easy. And we're going to electrify it. So we'll take the globe off, put that off. We'll come back to that. And, you know, these unscrew. And the interesting thing that I learned is...
yeah, Sina said that they're dangerous, but she says she has one.
Yeah, like I said, it would be fun. I guess if we wanted to really use one, we would use it outside at night. That would be a good thought. But some of them are different in that... So this has a lid that screws on the outside threads, and this part that
Lenora said there are hurricanes and she could be months without power.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
That's scary, yeah.
Wow. How do you keep your food from going bad? That's terrible.
Yeah, and I'm thinking when we walk through all these long dark hallways at night, you picture Wee Willie Winky walking through the town, is it? And upstairs, downstairs in his nightgown, you always think him holding the little candle with the finger thing.
Oh,
running
yes,
around.
okay, yes.
And we try to picture what it would be like with the kids and all using candles.
Yeah, I can't imagine. But that's the way it was. So, but anyway, so here, when you start, I think that's why I said bring the lamp down, because you have to know what size threads you're dealing with, because here's the lamp that has outer threads that, this would go on. But here the piece that held the globe has threads too, and they're smaller. And in this particular case, it threaded inside that cap. So it was a 2-thread system. Now we have
the wick hanging down.
Yeah, that would be the wick that would burn.
That would go into the
kerosene.
Kerosene, yeah.
But we have some kerosene lamps that they don't. That is already part of this cap. It doesn't unscrew, and you just unscrew the whole thing. And this is, this is one piece. And it just unscrews. But here's threads within threads. So anyway, he went and checked some stuff out, and he was able to find us one, and it's what it looks like. I don't know that it's real. I don't think it's really brass. It has a brass look, but it's not really brass because it's very light. But this is the electrical conversion setup, and it has outside threads, little thread on the outside of this, and it is a little tricky. It doesn't want to grab right away. I have to play with it a little bit to get it on there, but if you give me a few moments, I'll figure it out again and get it on there.
So Lenora says she has plenty of fuel and bottles of LP gas and has a generator so they can help take care of their neighbors too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't imagine that. That would be a mess.
We're so spoiled with everything we have.
Aren't we though? So there, as long as you have the right setup, it's pretty simple, but it's fun.
Yeah, you have to make
It
sure
just
it
screws
fits.
right on.
We had quite a few to pick from, so
So it's nice. And so then you wanted a little old-fashioned, so Marilyn said, I think they make these bulbs that flicker. So
you're on and on even.
I researched that and found the bulb that flickers. So we got that.
John's one that reads the directions and checks stuff out. I just, or for random, I just order stuff and try to make it work or whatever.
It has a regular base to it, and that's the other thing, you know. Fortunately, this conversion kit is a regular base thread for the light bulb, so that's pretty cool. So obviously that goes in, and then we'll plug it in, and we'll put the globe back on, which always is a little tricky. You have to play with them just a little bit to get it to sit down. So that's that, and let's see, does it go on? There it goes. How about that? Isn't that fun?
Should we turn the light out for a minute? You want to put it there?
So there you see it.
Okay, let me turn the light out so you can get a good look at it.
Uh-oh, Mary's going to turn the light out except for our ring lights.
Will it take away?
You know, yeah, it's going to turn the ring lights off too.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I haven't plugged into that. I don't know that they won't come back on unless I...
Oh, okay.
push
so
everything.
We won't do it then. We'll
But
make
anyway,
a,
so see,
you'll
you
make
can
a
see,
little video
you
of
can
it.
see it flickering.
You can make a little video. It looks very realistic.
But isn't that cool? So it looks like, I don't know, like it's, I shouldn't say flickering, that's not right. I mean, I guess it was called flickering, but it makes it look like there's a little flame in there. See? So it's fun. So now we have a,
Camille says it looks great. Thank you, Camille.
now we have a lamp that we can plug in and use for effect. Obviously not, it's not going to put off much light to do with, but it's a cool effect somewhere, and that, hey, that's fun. So that's what we have.
Yeah, we just thought it adds atmosphere, you know. You picture back in the day when you had to sew and read and all by candlelight or later the kerosene light, how challenging it would be.
Thanks, Claudia. Thanks, Camille.
But we just thought it would be fun to show you.
Thanks for the hearts, guys.
You know, we like to use the little stores, and this hardware store is great. They're very good at trying to accommodate your needs. And, you know, I grew up in a small town where you went to the hardware store, and they always had or could get what you needed. And so John wasn't used to that. He was used to going to a box store. So he's really finding out how interesting it is. They help you work through a project.
Laura says she keeps one around for power outages.
Yeah.
And then Marilyn, I was just reading something last night that I ordered one, and we'll see what it's like. Senna says she loves hardware stores.
Oh, that I saw from Tammy.
Thanks,
Loves,
Lenora.
Tammy Loves Vintage.
She showed it?
Yeah.
Oh, Marilyn told me that, I don't know if you heard that from Tammy Loves Vintage. She was talking about it, and I went on and researched it a little bit, and here's, there's these bulbs that you can recharge, or charge, and recharge periodically, and they don't need electricity, so they run off a charge, which is pretty cool. And
she hooked up.
because you could have a lamp or they talked about a wall scorn, or say you have a sconce, or you have an overhead sofa lamp or something, but it's not near an outlet anywhere, and it's awkward to run a cord across the floor, or there's no outlet nearby. And so you just put this bulb in, and it says you can get a charge to last about 8 hours. So
Yeah,
I decided to order one. We'll try it out.
Tammy loves vintage.
Hi, Ruth.
showed
Good to
one.
see you.
She showed one, and she has it on her kitchen counter where there's no outlet.
Yeah, so that's fun. So,
Yeah, so there's so many things you could do with what you have, and you could probably thread that in a hurricane lamp, maybe.
yeah, you probably could.
But
Yeah,
it's
right,
just
Summer?
fun. It gives a different atmosphere and a romantic, to me, a very romantic atmosphere in your house. And we just I've always liked the old-fashioned things. That's what I told you. I like the corny words. I like all the corny things. And I was only like 17 or 18 when I was using my first oil lamp. I just, I lived out in the country in the South, and I saw that in one of the hardware stores, and I bought the lamp, a new lamp, and I bought the oil. And later, during the hippie era, you could buy that oil, and it was scented and all. I don't know what it is now, but we have.
Oh, so yeah, Linda knows that. Yeah, I read that one, the kind that you keep it in your lamp, and then when the power goes out, it'll automatically come on. So I assume it charges it while your lamp is powered. But these bulbs don't run with electricity at all, just a charge. There's two different kinds.
Oh yeah, John reads everything. He spent a couple hours.
Lenore says,
reading.
yes, she bought a few cases of them because the last hurricane they used them for their church service.
Oh, nice.
And Laura says she has those bulbs. They work great. So there you go. See, you guys way ahead of the game. We're just finding out about it now.
But it's just really fun. I put, years ago when my kids were young, I electrified. I told you I always had older friends, and my friend probably then was like 80 or something like that.
Lenore has one in her bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah,
neat.
it's a good thought.
You don't have to worry about touching it with wet hands or something
No.
if it's not plugged in. My friend is the one that told me about it and about electrifying an oil lamp, and I had some old ones at that time in the 70s, and I did each one for the kids in their bedroom, and it was like a nightlight in their room, and I still have them, but you could just go into any hardware store and they carried them. Now I think they're a little more challenging to find. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, Mayor. I mean, he had to go, he wasn't sure. He had to get back to me about it, and however he looked it up or whatever, but.
And he called us a couple days later and said it's here and come try it.
Yeah, so that was great.
Yeah, he said take it home and try it and bring it back in a day or two if it doesn't work out, and they take it back.
So there we go. So it's a little fun thing for you, and that's about it, right, Matt?
Yeah, so we thought we would just come in for a short time, and I'm really excited about what we're going to call these short little films that we're making, and I hope you like the new name, and make sure you look at the spelling, because I always like secret messages on things, like if you know, you know. Well, this is going to be a kind of a funny spelling on it, and you'll read it and you'll think you know what it is, but take a second to read it again. And I'm just really enjoying everybody's company, and I hope you enjoy what we have to show, and stay green.
Stay green. So hey, there we go, guys. So thanks for joining us for our short last snippet, and next time we'll have Marilyn's new name on it. But have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your night, and happy Valentine's Day, right, Marilyn?
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
All right, take care, guys.